Ball 3, they weren't random enough. I hear some people saying they're not random enough.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to game number 21 with the
Random
Chaos.
enough in Blood Bowl 2. There might be a dice conspiracy.
There might be a dice conspiracy. It is Murloc Joe. What's he got? A guard thrower, tackle mighty.
That's actually a thing. They give better dice to worse coaches, specifically against Murloc Joe.
Fix the random dice. Yeah, hey Hercules. No, I'm gonna do some more on Monday. But I'm gonna have a break. Gonna have a break for Blood Bowl 3. Looks like we got a DP Lido, I'm guessing, and a bribe. His stream title is Nothing Worse Than Blood Bowl. Nothing is worse than Blood Bowl 3 UI. I mean, you know, to be fair, it's not it's not too far off the money.
You're on a human smashing day today.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 30 in a row. Yeah.
3 in a row. Third victim to claim.
Humans must die. Probably have to be slightly more on the ball than last game.
No, but we know Murloc Joe's going to be diced, so Elliot will win. So that's how it works. Because the dice are rigged against Murloc Joe.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't think it's like a gimme try. I mean, humans. It's not an elf, is it? Like elf versus chaos is usually in elf favor, isn't it? Like especially early on when there's not much tackle and stuff. Like the humans is a nice one for the chaos, I think, but it's still like, you know, they're fast. They got a wizard. You know, they are the bashiest team, so you know they got, you know, there's absolutely ways they can win.
Yeah, definitely not. You know, and it's a solid Murloc Joe.
Yeah.
Solid as well. So
Absolutely.
He's not going to see some random self wizards and
no
craziness like we did last game. Okay. More two dying of lads and such.
Hey Toto, good morning. Feeling you would win. Full scum, yeah, full scum is understandable, isn't it? It's a rough matchup. Like he's.
Are you calling people, lovely people in the Blood Bowl community, turds? That's not. I think that deserves a banning. Just ban AD, Elliot. He's trying to be a toxic chat member.
Whoa, toxic chats, not good.
Well, the other guy wizarded Elliot's players. He happened to wizarded some of his own after he'd stood up one man. Oh, no. So there were maybe some mixed opinions on how that could have been better or not.
Now, who's to say?
Who's to say whether that's right or wrong? Yeah, exactly. Not I.
Don't like the dodge traffic? Really?
He's Trific's a big fan of keeping things trim.
And for someone who's such a big fan of break tackle and Lizardman, I would have thought that he'd have appreciated
Well, the
a bit of
synergy is pretty something,
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. In fact, I think I've heard him advocating for dodge first on Lizardman.
Oh, the Saurus, yeah,
Because of
wow.
because of how, how well it synergizes with break tackle.
Yeah, fair.
You think you'd have similar thoughts for Chaos, surely?
You'd have thought so.
Mm-hmm. Excellent chain push, Elliot. I think that means it was the correct play because there was a chain push. There was a chain push involved.
Amazing turn.
I mean, if there's a chain push involved, it was probably a really smart play, wasn't it? Probably the best thing that you could have done. All for chain pushing, It's
Huge brain play.
Different tiers of coaches. How many chain pushes you can affection per
Holy shit.
Oh dear.
So, Swapnil School picks mine out forgetting what the score is. only the most entertaining stream.
Too many good chain pushes. So
Yeah,
far.
I know. Not the greatest coach I've ever seen try to maximize chain pushes.
Yeah, no chain pushes at all. I mean, I'm a bit disappointed, Murloc Joe. Honestly, setting up fouls are for noobs. You got to be chain pushing if you want to be good at Blood Bowl. Oh, you know what that means, Elliot. No more bench.
Oh yeah.
Two dice and lads.
Oh baby. Oh, I love two dicey lads.
Well, Mr. Not So Sinister, I think that's kind of come down to a bit of testing, really. Like what people figure out what's good and what's bad. People will try it, and if it fails and loses, then people will stop doing it. But people will try it for sure. Whether it's right or wrong will to be seen, I guess.
Yeah, aim is not so sinister. Yeah. I mean, it'd be interesting one. Like the random skills first pick, and then like just firing the bad ones could be a thing. And I guess you could just go further into that, right? And random skill first pick, keep the good ones, and then random skill again, and keep the ones that get two good random skills. And I guess it depends how much time you have in your hands.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it depends a bit on different things, but there's some value in that. The SPP is less as well. Like, so you can get more levels per, a little more bang for your buck, as you could say. But it's not like, obviously just being able to pick. I mean, Blood Bowl's a bit in a way that there's like 2 god tier skills in block and guard, and then
Yeah.
about five skills below that, which are tier 1, and then there's a bunch of sometimes skills, and then there's about half, 60% of the skills you should never touch.
Yep. Including some skills which were already untouchable, and now they've been made even worse. So you can just be sure that you never want to touch them.
Plus, that's a quarter of the skills.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe leader's still pickable somewhere.
Yeah.
But everything else is probably a no-go, isn't it? Then what else? Half the mutations and strength skills are garbage. No. Probably some shitty agility skills in there, I guess. I think general is the tree you want to be randoming on if you're wanting to be randoming.
Yeah.
I'm not sure which teams will take better benefit of that or not, but if you're going to be randoming or planning to be randoming somewhere, maybe elves and stunties can do it to some regard, but if you're trying to random in the other trees, I think there's too many skills which have no value.
Yeah, for sure.
And strength is maybe just so good because you can hit so many tier 1 skills and guard. Like you can hit Mighty Blow, Stand Firm, Guard. There's a couple of real rubbish ones in there.
Yeah, lots of bad ones, but the payoff is really high as well.
Whereas passing, I mean, if someone's legitimately starts advocating for when Rick eventually starts advocating for randoming passing skills, I'll have to take him out the back, and put him down, and we'll have to get a new friendly Blood Bowl streamer, Blood Bowl 3.
Yeah, Pro's looking pretty nice, right, with the 3+ instead of the 4+. Could be pretty cool.
Yeah, well, I did some tables and stuff for because I thought, I'll have a bit of a look, what things can get value out of randomness, and I think elves, stunties, and linemen with only general access, who are a bit shitty, can all get value from randoming in the general tree. Whether that's better than just saving up for guard, or a chosen double skill somewhere, or blodge, or something like that.
Sure.
Whether it's that level,
yeah,
is questionable. I really hope it is, because that will keep teams, a little less cookie cutter, a little more unique.
Yeah. That's the worry, right? That we're going to lose with a non-random level up. So we're going to lose a little bit of diversity and stuff.
Everyone's a bit cookie cutter, on the way they build teams now.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it's spiced up by you rolled an edge up on your such and such, or a strength up, so you might change this skill to that skill because you rolled a stat or a double, or and teams just take up they look different because of some interesting stat rolls. Whereas if you always choose all your skills, apart from the odd occasional stat, it kind of gets towards maybe it's not going to be that unique and interesting, and lots of teams looking very similar.
Yeah.
It kind of feels bad unless it's guard, Moradam. Is the thing. Guard is just that good. But yeah, feels a bit bad.
Yeah, it's gonna be so weird, right? Like elves with guaranteed strength access is pretty. It sounds pretty cool.
Yeah,
Even
it
if
feels
it's
bad and
expensive.
bloaty until you've got a Dark Elf team with 4 Blood Step Guard and a bunch. You know, I was thinking to myself, is it...
Hello.
Correct, Ogre.
Some about ogres today. I'm really loving ogres today. Not gonna lie. What a player.
What a player. It's it's quite something. Having the how things spark up and be different, but the fact that guard, we're kind of in a weird place with Blood Bowl skills in Blood Bowl in the Living Rulebook 6 Blood Bowl 2 world, is that all skills cost the same,
Yeah.
in the same trees for same players. Or, if they're a double, it's just a little bit more. But you think about it, if you actually were adding like what value it added to your team, like guard is probably insane and you would pay more for it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Whereas maybe some others you might go, oh, I can maybe not. Is the tackle on my guy adding as much as the guard on that other guy?
Still a meme, but less of a meme. Sofiana.
But general situation, it's probably just like, my guard, my block is the best stuff on my team, and then there's a few other skills which are maybe getting close-ish.
Yeah, guard for foul assists, yeah. Could be a 2D here. I want to get the Vessel guy in, even on the GFI. Maybe I shouldn't have done. Like, maybe just take the less knockdown chance. More reliability. But I couldn't get him free anyway.
I wonder how toxic, elves with all guard first skill is. Like, is that broken, or is that is that too far memey?
Yeah, good question. Good question. I mean, they do lose out a lot, I guess. No, I mean it's gonna be like that would be so expensive, wouldn't it? And like no dodge and stuff like that. I guess it's. I mean, I suppose like Wood Elves. Wood Elves guard first is pretty goddamn nice. With they got all the dodge anyway, or some dodge and some blocking
I guess
things.
you could go catches or guard.
Yeah, guard catches. Yeah.
But I guess you want some blodge in there too. But
Yeah, true.
I guess it would be a bit of a trick to figure out what's the best way to get to 11 blodge guard pieces with a couple sidesteppers.
Yeah, like probably
see where we go from there, sort of thing.
Most of it late on, I guess, but like blodge into guard, I guess. But then maybe you'll take some guard quick anyway. Like early guard is pretty cool. Like just having some guards just like to fight with is just so nice.
That's added a lot to the team.
Yeah,
having 1 or 2 guard early on. I guess that'll be the big optimization race. It'll be like who can figure out, where to take the guard, when to take the guard.
Yeah. It's gonna be nice.
I guess
that it's,
probably eventually actually, you can't really say that, can you? Eventually, the guard will be bloaty. You can't really say that, can you? Like, because dwarves, dwarves are a bit sad if they don't have 10 guard on the field sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, that is
True.
dwarves and they're a bit slow and all, but it's hard to say. Yeah, maybe that's the way Amazons and just take a guard on literally. That's probably how you play Amazons, isn't it? Just take guard on literally everything.
Yeah.
First skill.
Fair.
Like you don't. You've already got the dodge. You can take block secondary maybe on things which don't have. Don't have access, I guess. Well, the thing is, if there's rebuys, try. Then, I guess if you're thinking in a CCL format where you can just keep remaking another team and another team and another team, yeah. But there's a lot of time requirement.
What is Blodger?
Imagine powering bludgers.
Imagine.
I've gone and put myself in a. I'm edging towards becoming a one-trick pony.
Really?
Because I decided I'd play some Wood Elves for my birthday.
Oh
stream.
yeah. Oh yeah. Happy birthday by the post
Oh,
post
yeah,
birthday.
yeah.
Later.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, I did a birthday stream. Whenever my birthday was, Tuesday or Monday.
Someday.
I remember one of those days, I did that, and I was like, "Oh, I'll play some Wood Elves for my birthday because Wood Elves are my favorite team, and I like Wood Elves."
Yeah.
And now they're 7-2-0 or 8-2-0 or something. And none of their players are dying, and they're all super healthy, and the team is like 2 guard and some doubles and stats. I'm like, "Oh no, I'm taking Wood Elves to Chelsea again."
Instant one-trick pony.
Instant one-trick pony.
I know. I want you to win it with Wood Elves. The orcs and dwarfs. What went on there? What's that all about?
I've taken Wood Elves to Chalice like 6-7 times.
Yeah.
Not close. I mean, I've got to the. I've lost now in the grand finals, the semi-finals, and the quarterfinals now with them. At least once each, and just this random as orc team. And it's always this. It was like, in fact, I know you kind of gone about like you don't really like the super teams.
Yeah.
It's always been my like mediocre, like middling teams which have done better. My orcs and my dwarves.
Yeah.
Were not that big.
Yeah.
They're kind of like fighting between 1600 and 1800 most of the run, like most of the Chalice run.
Yeah.
And my Wood Elf team, which has made it the furthest, was probably my worst Wood Elf team I've had, perhaps.
Yeah. I do feel like it's a little bit of a trap, the really big stuff.
Yeah.
Like, some teams like less and more so than others.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, some stuff scales really well.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But it's hard. Maybe it's just me, what's the confirmation bias, results-based analysis. My two, my teams which have been the most, it's all right. You're looking, have done the best. I mean, probably similar for yourself. Your teams which have made the finals was an Underworld team and a Pro Elf team?
Yeah.
And that Pro Elf team wasn't too special apart from the Super Thrower.
Yeah, Super Thrower, yeah. Yeah, it was a nice thrower. But he never, in some games he did some stuff, I guess, but other than that, he wasn't that special, and...
He did. I remember in my game, he did some cool stuff.
Yeah.
When he played me round 1, and I was like, oh. And he ran through and picked up the ball in overtime, he picked up the ball in a tackle zone and passed it out for you to win.
Yes, man. Whenever something goes bad in Blood Bowl, I always think back to that game and think I can't say anything. I can't complain about the dice or anything because that game was just the most disgusting thing. Well, I guess I should actually take my turn. I can't speak at the same time. But yeah, it was a crazy game.
Oh, it was wild. Yeah.
I played like a pretty dodgy offense. So I left a guy.
I had to leap people in and do a chain push.
Yeah.
And then I had a surf on your ball carrier, but it was a lot of dice.
Yeah, it was. I think I knew it was sort of on as well. Cause I left a guy like based it with one of your guys or something. I thought, oh damn, there's a chain push off that, but I was running out of time. And then and you did it. It was like really great. And then the ball scattered all the way across the pitch, and your guy fell the GFI and stuff.
The guy found the GFI to pick it up.
Yeah,
okay.
That was pretty
good. Recollected, and then I ran a really boring offense where I didn't try to go.
Really solid offenses. Yeah, my perspective on that one.
I didn't go for the win in regular time. Is what maybe is the way to phrase it.
Yeah, fair.
And that wizard, I wasn't a big fan, but obviously, I guess it stopped you at least.
Oh God! I was like, was there a wizard? I can't remember wizard in this game. Yeah. Sorry. There's a game happening. Yeah.
That felt a bit mediocre.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it did the job. But yeah, I didn't like it. It did a job. Yeah.
I guess. I mean, he still won for the. Well, I guess if he conceded the touchdown there, he's in a similar spot, isn't he?
Yeah. I guess so. I feel like happier trying to turn me over the wizard. Maybe not. Like, trying to turn me over and score, I guess, is a big ask. Like, what 1-0 really puts me in a nice spot, doesn't it, to be fair?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's a nice-ish outcome, but I think the odds of it doing anything...
Yeah, true. Yeah.
was maybe the thought. That was a wild one.
Yeah, and then it was the snake. You snake the pickup right in overtime is the thing. Like it went.
Snake
yeah.
Even though it was a shitty, I had a sure hands war dancer, didn't I? Because he was edge 5. And he snaked the pickup, and I was like, no. And since then, I've never taken short hands on a war dancer.
Never again.
It was one of my shitty picks, which I picked because I kind of liked it.
Yeah, fair.
Everyone told me it was shit, but I kind of did it anyway.
I mean, I love a short hand on an edge 5, to be fair, but I guess war dancer is not ideal.
Yeah, just always build them to sack the ball.
Yeah,
it is the way. I just did it because it was something I did, and I kind of had fun doing it.
Yeah, fair play. But then in the game,
I just make the pickups.
Yeah,
with the war dancers, just make them.
Fair. But after you'd failed the pickup, I still even misplayed. I was gone by that point. I was just panicking so much, and like my head just.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I misplayed the score. Then I gave you an intercept when I should have just done an extra dodge with the miracle edge 5 man.
Oh yeah.
Edge 6
you
man.
could have done an extra dodge.
Yeah.
To avoid the intercept chance. Yeah.
I was just like, I was completely. I was like, I want to get out of here.
The game I remember more is the game my Vamps versus your Rats in Chalice.
Yes, yeah.
I remember that one.
I think I got away with that one as well. To be honest, some nice dice there as well.
I thought you did. We both rolled a lot of dice at each other.
Yeah, well, Vamps versus Rats, I guess, is a pretty dicey matchup.
We both, sacked each other with some rowdy songs.
Oh yeah, oh man. So you got the ball off me, and then I did some like a whole mother load of dice to get you back off you and then score. Like,
they got it and busted down the field. I'm like, hey, I just rolled a bunch of hypno gazes. I deserve them all. I rolled like 4 or 5 hypno gazes, which all worked to get the sack. And then you rolled a couple uphills and a strip. And I was like, hey, wait, no, I'm dosing you.
I specifically remember, I think I watched your VOD or parts of it afterwards, because you streamed that one, and I remember at one point, I did a dodge through tackle, when it could have been through non-tackle, and at the time I thought, oh, that was dumb, that was shit. I noticed at the time, and then, oh, because you were streaming it, but muted, and after I did the dodge, you were shaking your mouse on the screen, like, where I did the dodge, like, he did a dodge through tackle.
For me.
Oh shit! Sorry, I wasn't pressing my push to talk button, but I did it. I was
stream.
I did
it.
I do? You were streaming the game, but you were muted, just had the music on. And at one point, I did a dodge through tackle when I could have done a dodge not through tackle. And I watched your VOD back, and when I did it, you were like shaking your mouse about on the screen where I did the dodge. Like, he did a dodge through tackle. He didn't have to.
Some of my muted VODs, and like whenever there was something I wanted to highlight,
yeah.
Or circled it. Like, obviously, must have seen you do a dodge. Like, oh, there's a path around the tackle.
It was pretty amazing.
It's funny how people can have like because of such the small sample size and stuff.
Yeah.
People can have like such like dominating records versus people in like,
yeah.
Like I think you were mentioning, Shawnee typically has your number.
Oh yes.
in a lot of like tournament play and stuff.
I'm glad.
I've typically beaten Shawnee.
Really? Okay.
And then I typically lose to you.
Yeah.
So, it's I don't know. Is it a rock paper scissors play style thing?
Yes, it's interesting, isn't it?
Is it just Is it just I dice Shawnee every time I play him, and he's actually better than both of us? Is it? And
I dice you every time we play, and you're actually the best one.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Is there one person who's just dicing his way out of the loop?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Throwing everything off.
Like scissors, but actually the worst coach is just dicing the best coach every time they play. Yeah, it's hard. You can't tell though. Right? Like,
yeah.
Tell.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh man. Hey, Kelvin.
Yeah. My record versus try is obviously just a big example of small sample size and how irrelevant that is.
Of course.
Because in any game that matters, in any playoff game, I have 100% win rate versus try.
Well, to be fair, that is what matters.
That is what matters. But like compared to if you maybe compare that to our whole history of playing, it might be quite skewed in another direction, perhaps. Some might say quite significantly over a reasonably large portion of games. But I like to see it as like the one important game I won. Well, there will always be like things like that because it's it's a small sample size and a smallish community. Like you'll run into people again and again who still one of my favorite things is Dimmy spamming versus Jim versus Space.
Yeah.
It's just funny having those little records around.
It's pretty incredible.
Is it playstyle? Is it the Norse coat? Curse around Jimmy. Is it something about the playstyle that Space goes for, which particularly dominates Jim?
Yeah, I mean, I think that kind of thing.
Variance? It's hard to say in a.
Yeah, I mean, probably a bit of both, right? But I think the playstyle thing probably like ties in a bit, like especially like Jim versus Space. Maybe it's a bit more explicit than in other matchups, but He leaves the ball hanging out, right, and a lot of the time you just don't get the ball, 55% for power, so half the time you don't get it, and then you tilt off the face of the planet and concede the game. So it's maybe there's a bit of that in there.
Yeah, well, I guess maybe that's the thing. Jim's a little prone to tilt.
Yeah,
so that happens. I could see that. And Jim Tippett, like, I think one thing I'd be thinking about a lot of the time when I'm not playing elves, of course, is like how important is it to really go sack the ball?
Yes, yeah, exactly, absolutely. There's
And
so many times
one
I've
thing
gone in and regretted it.
one thing that because you can often, I don't know, I was mentioning this on stream the other day. One thing that I kind of learned from like traditional sports, which you can transfer into any sort of space control, because all team sports
Yeah, yeah,
is about controlling space, maximizing, you know, positive, movement, etc., which is all can all kind of extrapolate into, Blood Bowl and any board control game,
yeah.
etc. Is that when you reach for something, you leave an open space behind you. Like if you try
Sure.
to steal the ball from someone in a real game of sports, you have to reach forward, etc., which leaves a gap behind you. And then it's a similar thing in Blood Bowl. You have to move some guys in to assist and to open up the situation a little bit sometimes, and then suddenly if you miss that chance, then suddenly the ball's all the way
Yeah.
behind. You lost. You lost your good defensive structure just to try to have a swipe at the ball.
Yeah, yeah, like you commit a lot, like, often. I mean, sometimes, like, less, but often it's, like, a big commitment, and then, you don't get it, and suddenly, like, that was your big play, and everyone's out of position, and now
Hmm.
you're in a bit of trouble.
Whereas often you can just sit around doing nothing, and like just, I mean, they say doing nothing, just plonk your guys
Yeah.
generally in the middle,
Yeah, yeah.
and just try not move too much, and then they have to pick a side, and then you squash them on
Yeah.
the sideline, and you win the game.
Right, yeah.
I mean, obviously your opponent tries to do stuff to mitigate that,
Yeah, try,
but if you
yep.
just
Yep. Drew, yeah.
don't care about the ball until they try run past you, you just try to stay in the middle and do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to kind of
It's,
get scared, right, about what your opponent's doing and how you got to stop them and stuff. But like so often, it feels like a more passive approach just gets a lot more done.
just doing nothing is kind of pretty good. Well, and it's a thing which they kind of talk about a lot in chess, and I mean in sports as well, is like the more options you have,
Yeah,
the more likely there's going to be like a good option.
sure.
Like whether you don't have to be like a genius at like spotting these awesome options and stuff, but um, if you just kind of generally play in a way which gives yourself lots of options,
Yeah,
a good one will pop up eventually. And,
sure.
uh, good things will happen. And so just kind of generally keeping your pieces nearish to the middle, and give you more options because you can move them left or right or forwards or back. Just not do too much, and then look, something wonderful happened.
Sure.
I don't know.
Got
It's
something
hard to think
handed
about
to us.
sometimes, but isn't it?
Yeah,
Really?
it is. It is. I'd love like to do some kind of like properly like deeper look at how to play a drive of Blood Bowl, like how to actually I feel like every game of Blood Bowl I go into, and this differs between people, but I feel I have like a very scattered approach to it, and I've got a general idea of how I might want things to go, but no real solid grasp of no like strong plan. And of course things in Blood Bowl can like obviously change around, and like there's a lot of randomness and stuff, but still I'd like more of a structure, and I feel like maybe there could be more of a structured way to play Blood Bowl. But yeah, it was kind of a difficult problem, I guess. Not
I guess
a
that's one
simple
thing
one.
the DACA brings about, isn't it? It's got a
Yeah,
very
that's why I like it.
look.
Yeah,
It's like, okay, we're staying back for X amount of turns, and then we try break up the pitch and win the game. Win
yeah,
the drive.
exactly.
It's very structured. but like generally, I'm in the same. I'm in a similar boat. I think I like, I'll swing back and forth a little bit, try to find out, move my guys to the left a bit, to the right a bit. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Oh look, there's a bit of a gap. Let's try and get through there. I haven't got like, okay, let's by X turn I will have got to the 5th row and
Yeah.
um, and I would have controlled this my part of the pitch, and I would have got 5 blocks with my killer at least, and that sort of stuff isn't happening for me at least.
Sure.
I don't know if they
Yeah.
the more analytical guys. I don't know if they're thinking like that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, to that degree, like, seems impossible, right? But something like, really early in the drive, we're spreading out and keeping the ball safe until it's secured, and then like early, turn 2, turn 3, pushing it with the right, and then depending on if our opponent commits or not, then we pull back to the middle, or we keep pushing, and then later we switch to the other side or go back to the right. Just a bit more structured.
So many and or.
True. Yeah.
Yeah.
There are lots of
And
outdoors.
the thing is, I mean, one thing I've realized well recently, if you're playing against someone who's like significantly worse at Blood Bowl than you, then you generally don't have to try all the. You just kind of sit around twiddling your thumbs a bit more.
Yeah. Fair.
Suddenly they're throwing random 6+ dodges in the middle of the drive, and you can kind of work from there, but it's tricky because then, like, if I played Shawnee every game, I just have to work my butt off so he's not, absolutely spanking me on positioning and stuff.
Yeah.
It's like such a panic, almost, and it's like
Yeah. Whenever I play against Shawnee,
so different to the guy who just tried to throw 3 red dice at the beginning of the drive.
Yeah. Oh, you mean the Blood Bowl 3 AI? Is that what you're talking about?
That must be who I played.
But yeah, whenever I play against Sean, it's just like playing against a brick wall. I don't know, like on offense, like he just gives, like on his defense, he just seems to give absolutely nothing away. Like there's no, for me at least, I find there's just no, easy places to go when everything's shut down.
He finds some great squares.
Yeah.
And even when he's down, he finds some great opportunities to play for outs.
Yeah.
My strategy has generally been kill all his players. That's worked pretty well for me.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah, maybe you should try implement it next time.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Looks like it could have been a space up that side. Hey?
Yeah. Hoping we can push up. But the ball carry is still quite deep and slow because I greeted the warrior carry, so he'll have to.
The old Moot 5 carry.
Yeah.
That never goes wrong.
No.
It's the Mr. Throw syndrome going on.
At least he won't outrun the cage.
Oh my goodness, that has to be one of the best. There's Blood me. Like, just the implication is like, oh, of course.
I know.
The implication behind it is hilarious. Like, someone out there thought, well, you got to move your back smooth for them. So if he leaves the cage wide, that's his. That's not his fault. Oh, moo. Good boy.
Yeah, big moo. Focus on removal generation. Yeah, fair. Moo, Ajax. Moo. Yeah. I always worry in like situations like this. Have I left some kind of like big brain chain push or something where everybody's packed in tightly, didn't think about it too much, just hoped, yeah, there's enough players around there to make things safe and
Yeah,
you know.
I've got some guardmen. And
Yeah,
some
yeah.
man. It should be okay.
Exactly.
Right? The ball's on a strength 5. What could go wrong?
Yeah. Red dice? Nah, no, impossible.
Even the ogre cage dive isn't that good because you got ball on a strength 5.
Yeah.
I was
did
even
wonder if...
thinking, like, oh, maybe you should have tagged him, but I'm like, oh, wait, that
Yeah.
ball's on a strength 5, man. He doesn't care. There's no sort of... I mean, there's the ogre base, I guess.
Yeah, I did think ogre
Maybe.
base and then like single thin screen in front could do a bit of work.
Could do it. But he's got not that many humans left.
Yeah,
has
that's
he?
true.
And there's some, and there's 2 guys behind the play.
Yeah.
And maybe some of these 1 in 9s fail.
Yeah, yeah, fair.
Who knows? Oh,
Oh, beautiful.
beautiful. Drive. Drive is looking better. I guess he's got to go for the ogre dive. Well, no, he's blitzing. Oh, he's double basing the back.
Yeah, double base.
I should have told him the double base is useless against Elliot. It doesn't
Yeah,
work.
he didn't
I
watch the
tried it
Blitzpit game.
before.
Sorry, not the bit, the PBSL game.
I thought it was a good strategy before, but Elliot just blocked all my men. And I lost. For maximum free players.
Oh,
Let's
baby.
go. Look at all these free players to screen. All these extra layers of guard and dodges.
I love layers.
The Mega Bunker is being constructed. Oh, I like this. This is nice. Then you get to chain the guy even further away. It's like,
Completely
you chain
planned.
that guy without blocking him like 3 squares further away. That's pretty. I like that. That was nice. And of course, there were lots of chain pushes, so...
Right, what a turn. What a turn. Yeah, there is chat, Volk. I've just not been chatting much. Just I'm talking to Nick as well, so it's difficult to read chat and talk to Nick and and chat to Murloc Joe. Oh, I see you later, Mr. Dot says it's lovely to see you. Have a good time.
I guess it's just a conflict of styles there, Try, when we were doing that. Because I'm like, I live for the red die wrestles on the ball. Like, that's my bread and butter. And then have you just, like, instantly just caging with 1 million guard around people. Just disrespecting something that's sacred to my heart in the red dice on the ball. Yeah, Joe should have taken my notes and never do GFIs. He's failed a lot.
He definitely did not watch that game, did he? No. Probably should have done some blocks here, come to think of it, for the 1 turn. So, humans have a chance, don't they, with the 1 turn?
They do. But yeah, well, he's got sidestep.
Does
no,
he?
He's got lots of guard.
Yeah.
He's got a Mr. Throw. Oh, well, you've got 11 men, don't you?
Yeah, I'm tempted just to
Wanna bench
backline,
on
though. Greedy.
Oh, backline? Like a coward?
I know. You're right. Let's get the strong mans in.
This is how we get his good players killed off.
Yes.
I dated him. Say goodbye to the Cowboys.
It's a dead cow. I don't know. I mean, I do it though anyway. Right? I know, like, you men are like, you know, maybe take a bit off the win chance and stuff in ladder, like build your team up nicer. But I just really like, you know, trying to max the win rate, and I hate doing like the handoffs and things like that. Even putting the ball on the warrior this time around, I was like, oh, you know, do I? I don't have the ball on a move at 5 guy, but
I've gone through phases where I just like don't vanity pass with elves.
Yeah, fair.
Like ever, just because I'm just like, no, I know what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
I snake it, and then I don't pick it up the next turn from a snake, and then after that 3rd turn of snaking, then they all get on me, and I lose the game. It's really
Exactly.
bad. You know, because you play enough Blood Bowl, that will happen to you eventually if you keep trying to. If you keep shaving off the edge.
Yeah,
little,
yeah.
Little benefits. Eventually, you'll play the game where that edge hits you, don't you? You know.
The one time you take that 3D block with block, turn 16, and you get the Hexa Skulls, you'll never forget it.
You'll never forget it, and you're like, whoa, all that extra SPP I gained over thousands and thousands of
Yeah.
This theoretically, likely to happen. Was it worth it? Was it worth it for this one draw, this one loss? At the time, it really doesn't feel like it.
Right. Ooh, does he have tackle on? Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because I got dodge on manual anyway. No, I'm kind of sad to see him get powed. I was hoping that he'd get some more blocks without reverting to killing people.
A couple more pushes.
Exactly.
The pow doesn't happen here.
Yeah.
Like that.
Strength 5 man survives at least. There we go.
And everyone who's standing back as well.
Yeah. That's true.
Those 8 guys off the LOS, they're all alive. I mean, the cow and the Blodge Warrior, they're dead, but, I mean...
Oh, not even dead.
I'm not even dead? Okay, well, one of them's getting fouled, surely. Before the pass, Military, come on.
Oh, he's doing the pass first. Excellent.
Oh, no. This isn't Blood Bowl.
Oh, he might make it, though. He might make it. Oh, he's not made it.
Diced again.
Diced yet again. Moo. Oh, Tumblin Satellite. Nice. Do. Woo.
Good MVP.
Yeah, not bad.
I always find that I find myself saying that with Chaos. Like, it lands on anyone, and I'm like, that's good, that guy needs SVP.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, wait, they all need SVP.
Yeah.
The only time I don't feel sad is when there's like there's eventually some bowl carrier with like way too many skills.
Yeah, that's true.
And then you're like, you don't want any more. No more for you, please.
Or even like a level 6 or something, like Claw Pommer or something like that. And it's like, hey, he's never getting to legend. There's no point in any more SVP now.
It was like, and then you're like, well, and then after like 5 MVPs and 6 games, you're like,
could he?
Maybe he'll get to legend. And there's also that show of dominance with if your killer has like 120 SVP, it's like, this guy, he kills all of things.
Yeah.
It's not a he just luckily just scraped into 76 and got to some killing. No.
He carried on after that. He does it for fun.
He doesn't even need to. He just likes doing it.
Oh man. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and see you for the next game.